So this is a Jeep Renegade. I'm going to show you why it's a true Jeep. This particular Renegade is called the Sport Upland 4x4. And so when you see 4x4, you know, four-wheel drive. This one's going to do it. Renegades also do come in front-wheel drive only. So if you want the off-roading ability that Jeep's really known for, you'll want to get the 4x4 model. So the Renegade is what you might consider a mini ute, meaning it's a small crossover SUV, and it is. On the outside, it's only 166 inches long, but it has a 101-inch wheelbase to give you extra space on the inside, especially when it comes to back seat space. But what really makes this a Jeep is the advanced four-wheel drive controls that Jeeps are known for. And so with the 4x4 model, you get the controls down here. There's an auto, snow, sand, and mud, as well as a way to manually lock it in four-wheel drive. Because the way this system is designed is, this car under normal driving is front-wheel drive. Once it starts sensing that the front tires are losing traction, it will transfer power to the rear to help you gain control. So that's what the auto mode is doing. It's always sensing where to send the power. Changing the drive modes here, the terrain controls, it's going to adjust the bias of where the torque is going. And if you want to permanently lock it, if you're doing some serious off-roading, you can hit four-wheel drive lock, and that will permanently make it so that the rear wheels are getting power too. So because of this, that's what gives the Renegade some serious Jeep off-road credentials. That's what gets the job done. And I did mention rear seat space, and this is where I was driving in the car, so I haven't moved the front seat like extra forward. That's just where I drive, and you can see I have a ton of space. Over here, that seat's moved quite a bit further back, but still, this is not that small of a car. It's quite large on the inside, and that's because of the way the platform was designed. It's to give you a small car on the outside, big car on the inside. In the cargo area, there's quite a bit of space in the back here, and the seats, of course, do fold pretty much all the way down, give you even more mobility. And I easily think the best angle on this car is right at the front. The grille, I love the granite color with the black highlights on here too. So when you just look at square on, you know, it looks like a Jeep. It looks aggressive. That's what a Jeep is supposed to be. One of the key defining features of the Renegade family, though, is the price, because it is incredibly affordable. This one, as equipped, is only $26,000. And I can't think of another car out there for that price that has the same equipment levels and is four-wheel drive. Everything else out there, all the small crossovers, they're all front-wheel drive. The fact that this has four-wheel drive with terrain modes that you can select it for the snow and the mud is absolutely outrageous and awesome. The interior is well thought out and well packaged. Everything feels like it's been built to a really high quality. Dash has a nice soft texture to it. The wheel feels great in the hand. I love the red highlights everywhere around the car. The tachometer, this bit of orange looks like mud getting spit up by tires, which is kind of a cool homage to Jeep's off-road prowess. Uconnect has always been known for being very easy to use. It's a touchscreen, so whatever you want, you just click on with your finger. It's quick to respond and very well organized. There's so many cool throwbacks to Willys Jeeps as well on here. And the taillights, look at that. You can barely see it, but there's this classic grille and headlights. And I lifted up the tailgate, and look at that. There it is again. It carries the shapes and characteristics of all the best classic Jeeps, just shrink wrapped down to a much smaller package. You also have complete keyless entry, meaning you never have to touch this key. You never have to touch the buttons at all, because to open it, you just put your hand in there and open it. It senses the key and it unlocks. To lock it, you got a button, give it a click. And of course, once you're inside the car, it's a push button start. So really, key, you can just leave that in your pocket the whole time. So how does the Renegade drive? Well, in case you haven't heard, all modern Jeeps drive exceptionally well. It's quiet, it's comfortable. So that is the Renegade. It may be the smallest Jeep, it may be the most affordable Jeep, but trust me, when it comes down to it, it's as Jeep as it gets.